So I'm gonna do an introduction. My name's Kevin Montano, in the boxing community known as Nomas. That's the nickname that people gave me. I've been boxing for 19 years now. I'm Mexican. I'm 5'8". I fight at 130 to 135, and this is my life. I'm gonna start vlogging this uncut, unedited, just raw, no edits. So bear with me. There's some slow parts. I'm kind of just trying to figure this out. So this is the very first video, but I don't know. I heard people like vlogs, and I feel like I don't live the most ordinary life, especially being a professional boxer. So that combined with social media. So I actually run a few Instagram accounts. I'm not a social media boxer, but I'm a boxer with social media. Um, Honestly, I wouldn't even care if I was known as a social media boxer or an Instagram boxer, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just I'm gonna start vlogging every day, the day in the life of a pro boxer, social media sensation. I don't know how I'm making it up on the spot. But we do. Well, I run 3 accounts. I do work a lot of work with people on social media, and they also have very big accounts. My biggest account is 257,000 followers. That's uh sparring highlights. Yeah, I was debating on sharing the. I'm gonna give you that one. Sparring highlights is the biggest one, 257,000 followers. Then I have two other accounts. One with I think it's 216,000 followers, and then I have well, aside from my personal, yeah. Well, I guess I'll just mention the personal. My personal account has I think almost 19,000. It's like 18.8 or something. Um, so combined, if I'm doing the math right, it's around close to half a million followers, which is not your typical following. I think the typical person has like, I'm doing my math, well, not math, but if I remember correctly, somewhere between 500 to 1,000 followers is like the average a normal person has. So half a million is pretty steep. It's organic. Don't worry. We never buy followers. But the reason I have such a big social media is because I understand that with boxing, um, it's two things. Well, in my opinion, in my experience, and from the things that I've seen, is that you need two things to be successful in boxing. You need ability, so you still gotta be able to fight. And you need marketability. So are people willing to come watch you fight? And if you don't have both, you can still be successful if you're talented enough, but you're just leaving so much money on the table. At the end of the day, this is the hardest sport in the world. So why would you leave all that money on the table? Me personally, if I'm gonna take punishment, if I'm gonna get punched in the face or break things or suffer all these injuries, go through all this stuff, like I need to be compensated for it. Like I'll be honest, if boxing, I just took a shower by the way. Sorry, my hair's all messed up. If if boxing didn't pay as much as it did, I promise you I would not be doing it. I'd be going back to school, getting my doctorates, and doing what my best friend Johnny's doing. Becoming a doctor. Well, he is a doctor. Congrats to him. But yeah, if boxing didn't pay as much as it does, I'd probably be back in grad school right now. So, there's that boxing, and well, in my biased opinion and in the opinion of probably most people, it is one of the hardest sports in the world, if not the hardest. I mean, there's the debate between what's harder, MMA or boxing. Um, well, what does hard mean? Like, in terms of difficulty, I feel like how dangerous the sport is has a lot to do with that. I know MMA, like, it does kind of it does take longer to master and become really like the top dog in that sport because like you gotta think like there's so many different like martial arts and like forms of fighting that you could combine that you have to try to master. Like it's just impossible. Like for example, for like a boxer, like we're purists. Like we practice one thing day in and day out, and that's all that we do. So we get really good at one thing versus being like decent at multiple disciplines. Um. So with that being said, in boxing, like what's the main target is the head. The head. Once the head goes out, like that's like the most important part on you. I mean, who cares about your heart if you don't have like a brain to Um. So that's what makes boxing the most dangerous, and I feel like anyway, this went on a whole another rant. But anyway, the reason I feel like boxing I don't know where I'm going with this, but anyway, boxing is very dangerous, and I'm gonna get compensated very well for it. So that's why we have the social media. That's why we try really hard with social media to like I feel like if you have enough followers and you have enough talent, people are gonna want to work with you and pay you lots of money because you bring traffic into their building, or wherever you're fighting. You bring a lot of attention and resources that these people normally wouldn't have. Anyway, back to back to the vlog though. Um, so why am I doing this? So I'm vlogging because, well, for multiple reasons. The first one's kind of funny. I kind of want them to make a documentary of my life one day, and this is probably a good way to capture everything. I'm gonna be doing like a 10-minute vlog every day and just uploading it raw like this. So whatever you get, that's what you get. And once that 10-minute mark hits, then I guess I'm done talking. So I got like 3 more minutes. And also I'm going through a lot of things right now. So like a lot of deeply like emotional things. I hope like I don't know. I feel like the obstacles that I'm going through. Hopefully somebody somewhere will find value in it, and they'll be able to like learn from my mistakes pretty much. So I'm gonna be sharing a lot of personal things on here. What it's like to be a professional boxer. All the things I do to get sponsorships. How I make so much money in sponsorships. Literally what I do. My training, obviously. Any of the things that I do, like little side missions. Maybe I'll even vlog a date one day for 10 minutes. Um, that'd be interesting. Maybe I don't know. Hold that thought. Maybe not that one, but just 10 minutes out of my life every day, and I'm gonna do that for like I'm gonna try like 36 months, at least 3 months, and just see what happens. I feel like people on YouTube really like value that kind of thing. Just seeing the day in the life of not even just like you don't even have to be nothing crazy. Just people like seeing the day in the life of other people. So I'm gonna pretty much try to give the people what they want. I have no idea what this is gonna turn into, but this is the first video. I got about a minute left. Um, so as of right now, um, I'm still an active pro boxer. I'm 27 years old. Um, Currently residing in Sacramento. The city has shown me a lot of love. So I'm actually from the Bay Area. So I moved from the Bay Area to Sacramento in 2015. That's when I graduated from high school. Then I did the 5-year plan, and I graduated from Sac State in 2020. Bachelor's of Science in Kinesiology. Made at Sac State, Stingers up, and yeah, man, like that's so. This is my home base now. Um, yeah, I've been here for since 2015, so the city really has grown on me, and I have my pro debut here, and I'm gonna continue to represent the city and a lot more. So stay tuned. You're gonna really find out who Kevin Montano is. I'm gonna try to paint this picture as fluid as possible. Again, I have no idea what this is gonna turn into. I mean, obviously I'm gonna change the settings. It's not gonna be in my room every day, but every time. But yeah, stay tuned. It's gonna be one hell of a ride. That's all I gotta say.